Alright, so it's 2025 after all, and you need a good VR. Now, this is actually for mostly parents. If your child, welcome. However, if you already have VR, great, keep scrolling. But yeah, this video is mostly made for like the people, adults only. So, welcome. You're probably over the age of 18, and you have children. Now, they're asking for a VR headset. Now, you might think, what the hell's a VR headset? So, if you don't know, VR stands for virtual reality. Now, virtual reality is like this. I'm currently playing a game called Rec Room. This video is not sponsored, by the way. This is just, I'm playing Rec Room right now on PlayStation VR. The reason why I play on PlayStation VR, even though it's getting a little outdated, is because it's cheap and affordable. Now, there's multiple VRs. I'm just going to mostly talk about the big ones. If you want to get your child those, those like phone VRs, like where you, here, let me just get some props to like explain it. So, I'm going to use a MetaQuest for this. So, basically what a phone VR is, it might sound goofy, y'all. But here, so we're just gonna pretend that this is like those phone VRs, okay? So let's say you had this phone VR. Now, usually you would open the slot and put your phone in like this, like that. However, we don't use that anymore. Well, I do have an Android. But what I mean is that technology is evolving, and your child just has a VR that wants a VR. So these are the main VRs I'm going to talk about. Pico VR. Pico VR is actually made by the same company that made TikTok, ByteDance. Then there's the HTC Vive, as you can tell it. It was made by the phone company, I believe, HTC. The PlayStation VR headsets, now there's two in the fleet. The PlayStation VR 1, which runs Rec Room, however, only on the PS4. And the PlayStation VR 2, which does not run Rec Room, however, runs Gorilla Tag. Now, there's also the MetaQuest. This is what a lot of people have. The MetaQuest is, the most people have is the MetaQuest. Meta, if you don't know, is the company that made Facebook. If you're an unk and used Facebook, cringe. But I don't blame you, because you might know what Meta is. Or if you use WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever. Or Messenger. Your preference. Or Meta AI. I don't know. Okay. But I'm going to concentrate, like, basically tell you the difference between PlayStation VR, MetaQuest VRs, HTC Vives, and Picos. So, if you're just looking for a cheap one, here's the pros about the PlayStation VR. The PlayStation VR, if you get it from the right sellers on eBay or probably Amazon, I don't know, your preference, you could get a good, not used PlayStation VR. However, some of the cons about it is PlayStation VR 1 takes a long time to, put all these millions of wires in it. Yeah, it was a stressful process for me. And it has kind of outdated graphics. As you can see, these graphics might look alright if you're an unk. However, if you have more design and like skill, you might know that this isn't that good at all. Like, it's fine. It's just not up to date. Then there's the PlayStation VR 2. The pros is that all you have to do is plug one single cable into it, and voila. Has upgraded graphics, runs Gorilla Tag. The cons about this, however, is that, first of all, it doesn't have a lot of major games like the Rec Room. does have Gorilla Tag, however, yeah. Now, the HTC Vive doesn't really count as a VR. Well, it does. However, it's a PC VR. Now, the VRs that I definitely don't want to recommend if you're looking for just a cheap and fast one that works really good is don't get PC VRs. PC VRs cost around $1,000. And, yeah. However, the more money usually, it just means the more, like, better it is. PC VRs, though, just are expensive, and they're usually for, like, YouTubers. Like, casual. But for casual gamers, you might have a PC VR on, but I at least recommend it if you're looking for a cheap one. Your preference, however, I don't really recommend it. Next is the Pico. Now, the Pico is alright. The Pico doesn't cost that much. However, it's okay. It does run some major retail games like Rec Room. However, I'm not sure if it runs Gorilla Tag. Hold, let me check. No. Okay, let me check. Okay. Gorilla Tag on Pico. No, it's not supported on Pico. Yeah. Now, another con about the PlayStation VR, going back to the PSVR 1, is that it does have really bad motion. However, the camera, if you're worried about people stalking your child on your VR, the PSVR has a camera, and I'm not saying it's bad because it's actually really good because no one can hack it, and if they do, well, that's sad. But yeah, another pro about the PSVR 1 and the PSVR 2 is that they're wired, so if your child does not like very, very short batteries, then get it, of course, because it's wired, so you'll never run out of battery. Now, the Pico, yes. I'm not sure if it costs that much, but it's, like, alright. It's okay. Now, the most recommended VR I give you guys is the MetaQuest 3S. The MetaQuest 3S was actually around my birthday for like $249. It's only currently $300 at regular price. Now, what about the MetaQuest 3? The MetaQuest 3 costs $200 more, I believe. However, if you're getting the MetaQuest 3S, you're gonna get a way better deal. Cause is it really worth it? I don't think so. The MetaQuest 3S is just affordable and good. Now, I really don't recommend the MetaQuest 2, as if your child, as you might not know, the MetaQuest 2 servers are being shut down next year. So, in the big 2026. MetaQuest 1, definitely don't recommend because it's outdated or not so friendly words. So, yeah. If you want to, basically, it's all your preference. If you want to get a good, cheap VR, get the MetaQuest 3S. If you want to get something that's reliable and doesn't cost much, if you find the correct person selling it on eBay, then yeah, get it. If you just want to if you want to get your child the top of the line VR, then yeah, I guess get a PC VR. But anyway, the HTC Vive, not sure if I would really recommend it because the HTC Vive is also kind of outdated. Besides, they're gonna make memes saying that's an because if you don't know, for those younglings who are still watching it, the HTC basically, they're gonna probably say that it's an phone because if you don't know, younglings, if you're still watching, HTC was the creator of the first Android phone back in 2005 called the HTC G1, and I remember that. watching a video of it, of course. I wasn't around that time. So yeah, it's mostly your preference, but take my guidance, and at the end of the story, just get a MetaQuest, or yes. Well, yes, gonna do it for this yapping video of me just yapping about which VR you should get. If you want to, and hey kid, if you want to watch my first video actually, I'm watching it right now. Watch my first video is a PSVR worth it. But yeah, it's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and like, and comment what your favorite VR is if you can. And I'll see you in the next video.